last week I did film, but I didn't quite get enough footage to make a vlog, so instead of just kind of making a short one or thing, I just scrapped it. So I was getting some groceries and I decided to make a pot roast. It's really easy, doesn't even take much work. You will need some vegetables. I did forget one. It's fine. What you're gonna need for the ingredients: chuck roast, celery, carrots, potatoes, and onions. Okay. So I got the chuck roast. I also got some pork shoulder because I want to make some carnitas probably a couple days. I think the pot roast will last me at least 2 or 3 days. It's not the biggest chuck roast. So the more important part that you want to remember to do is sear the chuck roast. Okay, pat it dry. You could oil it, maybe a little bit of oil. Season it with salt and pepper, but I'm gonna use chunks of garlic that will basically disintegrate. I'm gonna chop up the onions. Just the onions. I'm gonna saute those for a while. After that is done, then I'll add it to the pot, as well as whole cloves of garlic. I love garlic, so I'm gonna put a bunch. And so I'm gonna blanch the potatoes. The carrots should be fine, and the onions will be fine, and the garlic will be fine, I know that. Some of those little onions would be perfect for a pot roast, and potatoes, but they're a little expensive at my local market. my lease is ending in, I believe, the end of June. So I'm trying to figure out like what I want to do. If I want to stay here, if I want to move somewhere else. Was thinking about maybe going back to New Mexico, trying to buy like a piece of land somewhere outside of Albuquerque. Was thinking about also maybe trying to do the same here in my area, but as much as I do like it here, the summers are brutal. Average summer heat is about 120. Sometimes it gets hotter than that. And as you can imagine, the electric bill is fucking outrageous every summer. Sometimes I pay like $200 for 1 month to keep it cool. So I think maybe moving out of the desert would be a good idea, but I've moved back to New Mexico several times. I'm not sure if that's something I really want to do again. The climate is nice. Summers aren't nearly as hot. Winters can be brutal. Not nearly as bad as Colorado. Colorado is fucking gorgeous though. One thing I have determined though is I don't want to be in a city. A big city. It's a lot to think about, man. I feel like I do need to change. I've been wanting to take a trip to Spain. I don't know, maybe I should like go on a road trip or something. Was also thinking about moving back to California. I just don't know where. Could move back to my hometown. Not the nicest place. Still love it though. What I really need is just a cheap place to live. It's not too shitty. I could transfer my job, hopefully, and just continue to make music and content, and we're good. I don't know, but I have this idea of purchasing some land, like an acre. I could find like an acre of land in New Mexico, somewhere in this area for under $5,000. I've been thinking about doing that. The only issue is starting from complete scratch. If I were to do that here, the major issue is the heat. Maybe I would be able to like finance an RV or something, but I don't know. I could just buy the property and finance like a mobile home or like one of those sheds that look like tiny houses. They're basically tiny houses. That would require a lot of work, of course. Have to build a foundation. I could always like do some sort of yurt. Those are, from what I've seen, I wouldn't say easy to put up, but it can be done in a day, probably. That would make for some really good content. Because I'm so goddamn tired of renting, bro. Like, if it was affordable and I could actually save like a good amount of money every month, then that would be a different story. Like, I wouldn't even mind helping to upgrade an apartment. I think I'm gonna do some research on some property, really figure out what the fuck I want to do. So I spent the other day uploading all my music to Bandcamp. So total of 50 tracks, all of them, every single one that's on all streaming platforms. I'm not sure why I didn't do this sooner, to be honest. Honestly, I got like 15 plays on Bandcamp, so I'm not like counting on getting much traffic from the site itself, but hopefully people who like actually want to purchase it independently. At least it's available on Bandcamp. So once I finish my website, it'll be available there too. But here it is. It looks pretty good. And all of them are 50% off. So you can get all of them for 25 bucks. Yeah, the Bandcamp does take a cut, but I mean, it's fine. At least I have all my releases in one place besides like Spotify and iTunes. Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like the vlogs or any of my music. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.